I hope our choir is ready. Our choir. Thank you. Whatever is going on is just liturgy, so we can observe in silence. It's pure liturgy. Thank you. And now the documents are being presented to His Excellency. And now the Deputy Clerk Administration will now move forward and receive her document from His Excellency. Thank you very much. Round of applause to Deputy Clerk Administrative Services. Thank you very much. If it's a culture to clap, then we can do so one more time. Kindly maintain silence. Thank you. To maintain silence. Now the Deputy Clerk will make his way to receive his document. Makofi kwa tafadhali, makofi. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Because of time, we ask you now to also step down, sir, so that we move to the next bit of the program. The subsequent signing will be undertaken by the Speaker with our County Secretary. Allow me, sir, now to invite the Honorable Speaker to make his official remarks. Sir, please.
Your Excellency, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Osaka, our County Commissioner, Leader of Majority, Leader of Minority, Honorable MCS President, members of the County Civil Service Board, invited guests for today's functions, all here present, and other staff, good morning. I'm very delighted this morning to have officially signed the performance contract with the county assemblies under 2020 cycle of performance contracting in public service. The contracts cover the financial year 2023-2024 financial year and will guide the implementation of the policies, programs, projects, and activities outlined. This will also be the primary basis of assessing performance. I'm pleased that today the County Assembly makes a commencement landmark history journey into the performance contracts, which is its 20th cycle, which is in due course to be cascaded to all members of the staff. Indeed, this is an achievement, and I applaud the Performance Management Committee, County Assembly Management Committee, and the County Assembly Service Board for this achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, performance management continues to be an important constant in any organization for growth and development. This is affected through employee signing performance contracts, a tool for enhancing service delivery. I'm also sure that this process of performance contracting will really improve the service delivery in the county assembly service, and I ask you all to keep up with a good job. Performance contracting in the government of Kenya is now in its 20th year of continuous implementation, and over that time, the performance contract has evolved in a robust tool employed by the government for measuring the performance of departments and individuals in serving the people of Kenya. The performance contract is also critical in enabling our institutions to identify, collect, and analyze vital information connected to the performance. The overall results of this is that the decision making will become increasingly evidence-based, and the public officers will become increasingly aware of their accountability for actions and omissions, achievements, and mistakes. Today, we are translating the aspirations of the performance contract in actionable instruments, and at the same time, and packaging them in the following commitments. Number one, absorption of allocated funds, including external mobilized resources. B, measure to reduce the level of pending bills. C, digitization of the county assembly services. D, demonstrable and measurable productivity. E, completion of projects. F, promoting effectiveness and efficiency in the county assembly roles of legislation, oversight, and representation. Number 8, national free thorough exploration campaign, 8, youth internship in industrial attachments, I, access to government procurement opportunities by the youth, women, persons with disability, and lastly, not least, promotion of local content in government procurement, and lastly, promotion of the national values and the principles of governance, among others. I take this a note that 2023-24 performance contracts packets were drawn from the county assembly strategic plan. This means that the PC helped to operationalize the strategic plan and provide basis of evaluation. The 2023-24 performance contracts having been signed today is based on the 2022-2031 strategic plan, but also largely focused on the cost-cutting items. Let me take this opportunity to remind you that the performance contracts are demonstrations of the commitment by our legislative arm of the government to meet high standards of service delivery demanded by Bungoma and the Kenya people at large. At the end of the financial year, you will be kept on how effective you have been able to deliver on your commitments and intents as outlined in the performance contracts. The contract, therefore, forms a basis of continuous performance measurements and improve as collectively seek to meet the needs and expectations of the Kenyans. The signing of the performance contract with the clerk of the county assembly, which has been cascaded down the deputies of the legislative and administrative services. Further, the implication of enhancing accountability in service delivery. All officers and departments will be required to strictly adhere to the quarterly performance reporting as provided for in the performance contract guidelines. My office will also expect to receive quarterly progress reports on implementations of the agreed targets, including holding by annual meetings. It's also expected of my office that all targets forthwith reporting will be made, and there should be any gaps in the performance. The same must be backed by factual and relevant reasons. My office is cognizant of the fact the implementation process is not always easy, since some of the bottlenecks will arise. However, efforts will be made for solving such the same. I wish to urge all officers in the service to build synergies both within and outside the county assembly in efforts to facilitate better implementation of their projects and programs. They may include external institutions like the county executive departments, civil society, national governments, institutions, commissions, creating synergy with internal systems, among others, to enhance data sharing and the trade side of modality. I recognize the building some of these linkages and collaborations require the assistance of my office towards this. I give my commitment for an open door policy to all departments in need of my support of my office during this implementation period. The clerk of the county assembly is responsible for implementations of performance contracts in county assembly service. It's for this reason we have all gathered here to witness the clerk of the county assembly signing its performance contract and cascading the same downward to his deputies, head of departments, who will be champions. I look forward to celebrate the achievement of the performance contract for the financial year 2024. Let us partner and achieve this together. As I conclude, I wish to give a quote by Brian Clark, who said, "You can't manage what you can't measure. And what gets measured gets done." I wish all success in operationalization of 2023-2024 performance contracts. I also have the last quote that I always share with the governor, that kuku kulia kwa ndio yake. Sasa nyinyi wa kufanya kazi, your energy is best for you as you deliver. Thank you all. God bless you all. It's my now simple duty and a privilege to invite His Excellency Governor to make his few remarks. Members, I argue that after he has finished, will be convened because he's going to a meeting and still have to sit and oversee the signing of the same of the head office and the remaining people. Thank you those few remarks. Excellency, Karibu.
Who is our host, the Deputy Speaker, the Clerk, my CCs. From there, allow me to adopt the protocols as observed by my predecessor speakers and start by profusely apologizing for coming late. It was not my wish. I was in Nairobi, we had a governor's meeting yesterday, till late, and I tried to get an earlier flight. It was not possible, and therefore that explains why I'm late. I'm very sorry about that. Number two, let me thank you sincerely for always welcoming us to come and be part and parcel of what we are doing. And also thank you, members, because you have also been part and parcel of what we are doing, because I believe we are doing that. Thirdly, performance contracting is a very important management tool that we have introduced, and I see my CCs here, you are the next victims of the performance contracting. All that you have done, Clerk, is to tie yourself. You have put a rope around your neck and said, this is what I'm going to do. So if you don't do it, you have something to measure you with. But performance contracting is a very good tool. I also did it before I joined politics. I was a civil servant, I was a permanent secretary, and we were part and parcel of those who initiated the process of performance contracting. Because without a target, anything you do is an achievement. So you must have a target and say, this is what I want to achieve, and work towards that achievement. I'm sure the tool has been worked out by professionals, and they have guided you well how you are going to perform. I want to thank those who have done it because I know it's a scientific tool. And I'm proud to say when I signed my performance, but when I took over as a PS, I pushed it from number 43 to number 12. It was the most improved ministry. What matters is to track what you are doing closely. Because if you don't track, then you won't know how you are performing or how you are doing your work. Then the quarterly returns are very important. I also was going to quote what, of course, Peter Drucker, the management guru, said that what gets measured gets done. That has been quoted everywhere that you go on performance contracting and all that. So I just want to, this is being witnessed by members of the county assembly, whom yourself. They will be there to see how you perform. But I'm sure you have what it takes. Nobody is there by accident. You have what it takes. Just perform and let us make our county better than we found it. That is the most important thing. As executive, we'll give all the support. I have told my CCs who are here that anytime they are called upon, please respond. We were in the assembly, in the Senate, this week, yes, on Monday. Some of those issues that we were responding to were things that should have been sorted out if the relationship between the county assembly and the executive was what it should be. That you oversight when you are called, you clarify issues so that you don't have to go sort out an issue in the Senate which should have been sorted out by the county assembly. So I want to appeal to the CECs who are here that please let us cooperate so that we avoid many audit queries going forward. Others, let us also be very transparent in what we do. We will continue supporting you. Unfortunately, I have to leave. We have visitors from Nairobi. As you may already be aware, next Madaraka Day will be celebrated in Bungoma. And we want to thank our Speaker of the National Assembly who is around. We are going to inspect some of the facilities like our stadium, the roads that lead to the stadium. There are goodies that come with hosting this kind of event. That's why we'll have to move them later on. Of course, we'll join the mourners in Kabuchai to mourn our departed friend and politician, Mr. Kapanga, who unfortunately left us. So those are the circumstances that are making me depart earlier, because I know normally when I come around, we have good time and there are things that follow, even official. But if you'll still be around for a longer time, I promise to come back. May God bless you.